Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Boulder Canyon. Our harvest continues. I've just started up the combine again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him get to the end of that row just over there. Then I'm going to kind of like cut a little bit off of this corner so that the combine will then hopefully do full lengths of the field still using the AI vehicle extension. You should just run all the way down through without causing us any problems, because I don't think he's going to go here. He's not. So if I stop that one there a minute, and then I'll bring him back and I'll cut in a line sort of in along here and smooth that bad boy out a little like this. See, if I just bring that in across there, that should be enough then to ensure the combine starts doing full lengths of the field from one end all the way up to the other. I'm also just going to take off a little tiny slice just on here. I'm actually going to sort of bring it into this part right here, like that, go in relatively straight, and then give a little twist just here. Start coming up, and he should now, if I set it going again, actually I just need to double check that it's turned already, so I need to do that. There, then go like that, and the combine should now go up to the end, and then go all the way back down to, to the other side. Right. I asked you all last week what you wanted me to do. Did you want me to carry on with what I'm doing in here? Did you want me to... Let's go and take these bales and go and unload them a minute. Did you want me to, you know, stay here until we've actually got the pigs completely full? Because that was the original plan, was we were going to get the... Not just get the animal pens completely full, but completely fill them up with food. But I'm offering you a get out on that one, because that's basically, I'm just going to have to keep repeating doing the harvesting. There's literally nothing else for us to do at this point, apart from lots and lots of harvesting. And it got me thinking that perhaps that wasn't quite the exciting level of gameplay that you wanted to see. There were one or two people that said that they wanted to see me get the animal pens completely full. We can do the cows and sheep and the chickens. It's only the pigs. It's only the grain from the pigs. But the overwhelming majority of you said, no, pack it in, let's move on. We've reached 300 pigs. We've got to that point. We've done it. We've achieved the target. And now that we've kind of turned this area a little bit more metropolitan than it used to be, we are now able to sell our goods to merchants on a regular basis. We have milk deliveries coming up every day. Milk collection. We've got people coming in and buying our produce. There is absolutely no reason why we wouldn't be able to buy in a little bit of feed for our animals if the occasion called for it. And right now, I'm thinking the occasion calls for it. I'm thinking we've reached that point where the occasion is actually calling for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and I'm going to unload that one there. I'm going to leave those bales. We're not going to have anything more to do with them for a minute. I have had a full cattle pen, and I've stuffed it full of straw. I've done that. At least I think I did. If I didn't, it doesn't matter. We know that we've got the straw right there for it, so I'm not overly concerned about making sure that the bar is 100% all the way to the brim. What I would like to do is I would like to get some food here for our animals. I would like to have a delivery. Now, we're going to have to buy the delivery in. Before we do that, let's go back and check on our combine. He's doing a magnificent job over here, and he's going from one end of the field to the other. So I'm going to go with this tractor right here, and we're going to unload. And then I am going to take the delivery trailer, the one that we've been using for moving manure and stuff just for selling, because that's the delivery trailer. And we're going to order a delivery of pig food. And that's what we're going to bring that back, and we're going to tip that into the pig pen. However, we're going to need to actually be at the the dealership in order to sort of collect that. Of course, the other option is I just do a lease on a bigger trailer, and I was actually thinking that might be a better option. If I'm buying in a load of feed, I'm not going to have it turn up, and I'm not going to be going to collect it myself or anything like that, and it's not going to turn up with a tractor and trailer. It would turn up with a truck and a large trailer for a delivery, and that's how the feed would turn up. So I think that's really how we ought to have our delivery delivered. So that's what I'm thinking that is going to happen. I'm just going to unload this into the trailer a minute. I think I've got enough space in this trailer to do another delivery after I've done this, possibly. Another... No, actually, I'm going to take this and we're going to run this down and unload it. We'll tip this straight into the pigs. There, so I've got everything on here. That combine's going to be able to go for a little bit now, filling up the tank. Nudge in a little bit closer like that. There we go. So I've got absolutely loads of grain on board now. I've got 25,500 litres of canola in here. Did I actually put any grain in storage yet? I got 32,000 litres of canola in storage. Plus I've also got some wheat in storage. So the canola over here... If we take a look at the actual pigs at the moment, soybeans and canola is down quite low anyway. So we're going to kind of want a bit. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to go and buy some pig food. Now, the pig food does sort of put all of the things going in, so it's like difficult to fill everything up completely. Actually, on that note, you know what I think we should do? I think we'd be better off if we just stored this for the time being. And then we can go and tip some into the pigs later when we find, you know, that we actually need to. So let's very slowly and carefully come in and bring that in over there. So I'll leave you running a second, and then I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to take our truck that we've got. And that's not our truck, remember, that's the merchant's truck. That goes to the shop, that does deliveries and so on. And we're going to go to this tractor right here. And I'm actually going to just clean up everything that we've got around the yard as quickly as I can. I've got a little bit of wool left there. I've got 220,000. It should be on dollars. Let's change that to dollars. Let's have the right settings here for the last bit that we're doing. And we'll even change that to miles as well. Look at that. Yeah, so we're really making progress here. So if you hadn't realized... This is my very final episode, because everybody said, no, we've done it, we've completed it, we've done everything you set out to do, apart from that little bit with the pigs. It's time to move on, it's time to finish up. That's what I am doing. This is the final episode here on Boulder Canyon. I am not doing any more after this episode, and so much so, I'm... going to be releasing... So I was sort of thinking, you know, maybe I would do 3 more episodes on here, and we'd sort of... We've got a great demand here somewhere on a universal selling point. What's that? A sugarcane. Yeah, I don't have a lot of sugarcane to sell. I was, you know, I originally said, you know, I could do another 3 episodes on here, but a so overwhelming response with just... get out of Dodge. You've done what you were going to do. We don't need to see any more of it. We've already done that. Like it's literally just repeating everything over and over now. You don't need to do that. So I'm not going to. I'm going to listen to you, the people. I'm going to give you what you asked for, and I am going to leave. This is it right here on this series. I'm going to do today what I'd like to do. Just to finish up, I'm not going to start the planting in the field. What I would like to do is finish the harvest, if we can. But I'm not actually too fussed about finishing that harvest either. Because I modified the map in order to make everything work properly, I won't be releasing the save game, so I'm not sort of too concerned about leaving it in a state where it's easy to pick up. It's easy for someone else to pick up, because I'm not releasing the save. I don't think it would actually be compatible with the downloadable version of this map anyway, because of the changes that I made. So it's kind of, this is it. This is it for Boulder Canyon. If you've got the map, because I don't know if it's even available for I think there are downloads available around that you can find, but you would have to make some changes to the map in order to be able to get certain crops to work, get grass and stuff like that to work properly, and so on and so forth. But that's sort of beyond my remit for explaining how to do it, because I'm not even sure how I did it myself. One down there, and put some water going into there. Right, let's have a look in the animals a second. We've got, see, the level on here, like, there's not very much for these others. We'd have to get a ridiculous amount to be able to fill that bar up, but I'd like to be able to fill up some of the bars. I'd like to be able to fill up some of it. The sheep up here, grass and hay, we can put some more bales and that in. We've already filled the sheep up several times, completely maxed them out, so again, it's not something I'm particularly concerned with. I have been picking up the silage for the cows and moving it elsewhere. Today, I'm not going to bother with that because I want to do this job quickly and get it done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick it up here and tip it straight out again, except that's not letting me tip it into the pen. I don't quite know why it's not letting me tip it into the pen. It should be. Now it is. Right, let's keep going with that. There. And I'm going to spend the money that I've got on pig food. I'm going to lease a trailer, and we will pay for the lease ourselves, because basically what we'll say is we want a big delivery to come in, and so the merchant who has basically said that we've got to pay a big delivery charge because it's a one-off and it's not something that they would normally do. So we're actually having to pay a delivery charge on this for the feed that's coming in, because it's sort of an unusual thing. And unfortunately, the merchant, because of the time of year, is not able to do anything else. He can bring the stuff up, but because it's a bit out of season for him, he's got nothing to take on the return journey. So he's going to have to return empty, which is why we're having to pay this delivery charge, which coincidentally happens to be exactly the same as what it would cost to lease a trailer. That's just pure coincidence. It's nothing else. And I want to go back up here on 70% already, so I kind of need to get this tractor back up into that field so that I can unload again. And once I've done that, and then I'm going to go up around this side. I'm not sure that we are going to finish the harvest. We may get to it. We may get the harvest finished, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So we need to get over to the shop. We need to lease a trailer, and we need to buy as much pig food as we can, load it into the trailer, and then bring it back here to the farm and tip it in for the pigs. And then once we've done that bit, then we can go on and we can do some other bits as well. I just want to check one thing in here, and that is the current state of wool prices, 916. Wool price is not very good right now. Wool prices have seen better numbers. So I could sell the wool that we've got, make a little bit more money from that. I've got some manure kicking around as well as slurry, so there's a little bit more money that we can bring in from that. We could even go and sell a few cows because the pen is full, as well as sheep because the pen is full. So we've got options. We do have some options available as far as getting more money in the kitty if we're in a bit of a hurry to get some more money into the kitty so that we can go and buy more pig food. I don't know how much pig food costs to buy, never having bought the stuff, but I don't like the idea of like buying a placeable pig food sale thing, which I did consider doing. I did actually seriously consider that as an option, but I don't like that idea. I don't think that's something that we should do. We're going to leave you and you, and we're going to go back down to here, and we're going to take a hop, skip, and a jump over to this point right here. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go to trailers in here, and we're going to have a look. So we could use a pace setter. We could do something like that. That doesn't actually take pig food. This one does take pig food. The Load King does not. I notice it takes fertilizer and seed, but it doesn't take the pig food. Have I got any kind of extra large trailer to finish up with? Because that, I think, would be pretty cool. That one we don't... No, I don't. I was hoping for some kind of road train configuration, because I thought that would be really cool. There was one that I was kind of thinking might be good, but apparently we don't have that. I do have this one, which is larger capacity, 85,000, so I might just go for that one. How much is the actual pig food? That's a good thing to find out, I feel. Oats, 1,400. Wheat, seed. Oh, pig food. There, right. 1,000 litres for 1,000. Okay, I can get a lot. We need the biggest trailer we can get. I got the auto loads. I got all the wagons in here. These aren't really suitable. Well, that's 70,000 litres in there. 43. 53. Star I want. No, that's not suitable. We don't have anything in here. Like, there are mods that I have got that I could have used. I thought I had some available on here, but I don't. So that's 59. We will take the larger one. We will go for that. It doesn't have any other options, unfortunately. But that one, it is 85,000 litres. I've got right there capacity, extension on there, 85. So I'm going to take an extension on here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's got a rear hitch on it as well. Ho, 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 ho. You know what that means? You know what that means? We've actually got the capacity to do this. So there's 4,400 on there. I'm going to leave the... Actually, you know what? I want orange. I want orange, the same color as the other stuff. And then rims can stay white. I've got the extension. Wheels will stay standard. 4,500. Lease that one. Yes, because this is the delivery charge. Lease another one. Yes, okay, it's another delivery charge. Back out of there and back again. And now I want to go over here to dollies like this. And I don't actually know which dolly I want. Going to assume that this one will be alright. I think this one actually makes it a bit more difficult to steer. So we're going to go with this one here. And we'll go with the wide tyre on that one. And I'll lease that as well. Okay. And now I will go to here, there, big bags like that. And I now need to spam by pig food. I'm going to cut this bit out so that it doesn't sort of bring in any epileptic fits because of all the flashing. Delivery space blocked. I've got quite a few here apparently. Try and get out of here. We can get 3 lines of them. Like, you can really get quite a few. Unfortunately, they're all in the way at the moment. Maybe I should have hitched in first, because this is going to make life... Just pretend this little bit here is not happening for a second, please, folks. I kind of... I've got a few extras in the way, but... So we got a nice lot of bags in here. I'm back up here, and I can get just one of these trailers on. There, like that. Then pull forwards, get that one on, and then I just got to sort of sit beside them and start loading them all up like this. I'll sit beside them and I press R every time and keep loading them all up. Yeah, like that. This may take a minute or two to do, but... Oh, I was wondering why the cover had been put on. It's because I've got none close enough to actually load up by pressing R. There is one now that's close enough. At least it tells me when I've got pallets in range. Yeah, right. Now we'll come on out and we'll go forward a bit further. I've got more pallets in range. And then I can load up everything in here, and then I'll also move that other pallet out of the way. And then I can get the rest of this done. So I can take 85,000 litres in here. So that's 85 crates in this one. And I can get 85 crates in the other one. So it's one trip with the road train. It is a little bit expensive on the delivery charge, but I feel that it is kind of worth it. And it's going to be interesting to see if 170,000 litres of pig food is actually going to come close to filling up our pig food quantities that we've got in there. It's going to be very interesting to see if that does actually fit, make any sort of significant difference to us. Right, if I can swing you on round this way like this, there, and then I can just run up beside the row here now. I should be able to load them all up without too much trouble. There. We'll start there and we'll start seeing how much this can do. I've got another row further back. I'm not going to worry about moving the low loader out of the way. I'll leave that one where he is. I think I will. Yeah, I will for now. Canola is almost full. Let me just start that one going and go and check the combine, how we're doing. So if I go and get that tractor a second, and I go and unload that one, that should be about it for unloading that trailer. For unloading the combine. I shouldn't need to do any more. The rest of the harvest should fit into the combine once I get this little load here completely emptied out. He's probably going to get up to the other end of the field in a bit, finish off a little bit up that end, and then he can say job done, and we'll have to manually just drive it down here just to get it to do the bit down this side. Probably. It may not. It may do a little bit. No, I don't think it will. Let's be honest here. It usually struggles if it's got like little tail ends on anywhere, so we'll just kind of like let it go through. But we are going to finish the harvest today. I'm going to get back over to the shop in a minute, and I really don't think anybody's going to want to sit and watch me just loading that stuff up. So, again, I will cut that bit out. It's unusual gameplay that I'm using just to wrap things up here on this series. So it's, you know, I'm just using slightly, I'm adjusting the rules ever so slightly to just, like, wrap everything up here so that today is the final episode. Later today, I've got a new series starting. It's actually coming out later today. And I will be starting on that new series. It is going to be the Erlingrat map. I have been very fortunate to get an early key, because this is definitely not being recorded on the day of release of the map. Yes, I am recording it ahead of time, so I was able to get an early key, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much to Giants for that one. So I will start a brand new series on that one. Your first episode will go at 8 o'clock this evening, and then from that point on, that series will take over from this one. So this is the final episode on this map. There will be no more on this map after today. So we're going to get everything done that I want to do today on this episode, and then that's it. We are not coming back here ever again. That is it for Boulder Canyon. So, you know, I know that some of you did actually want to see me finish and fill up those pens, but I feel that today is a perfect day for moving on. So we got the new expansion come out today, new map and everything, and I've had a look at it. It's not quite 100% what I was looking for. I was looking for smaller fields than that in order to be able to do what I wanted to do, but it does mostly fit with what I wanted to do, and I kind of like it. I've not really committed to anything on there yet with any settings, anything like that. I've had a little look around the map and I really like it, but that's about all I've done. I haven't really done anything else. I've got a couple of things kind of set up on there, ready to go, but that's it. There's nothing. I've got like a list of mods, and there is a couple of mods I want to look at in the new series, and I said I wasn't going to sit here and do this. I'm going to fill up both of these trailers, though, so it's going to take a while. There's questions that I want to ask you this week so that we've got it ready for next week. Some small changes and so on that I could introduce, and tweaks and so on that we'll make to the gameplay and how we're going to do it. It's not quite... It's going to be different to this series. This series was hacking a farm out of complete wilderness. It will not be that. It's not hacking a farm out of the wilderness. It's not going to be that style. We've done that with this one. So the new series, it's going to be different. We're basically hacking ourselves a business out of the financial wilderness of the world. That's what we're doing. That's the kind of approach we're looking at with the new series, but we'll get to that. Right. I am going to... Actually, I'm going to slow time down now. I'm going to go to just normal one-time speed while I finish loading all of this up. The Combine is busy working over in the field, and I'm going to get both of these trailers filled right up with pig food if I can. I'm still working on the trailers. The Combine's finished over at this end, so I'm just going to drive him back and set him going on that little bit over there. So we've finished the entire field of the canola harvest. That's all done. It's nice. I do like to finish up a series with harvests complete. It always sort of feels like the right decision, finishing up a series with the harvest complete. So that one has only literally got 2 passes as well. So then that will be finished. We can put that in the trailer and that can be driven back. I'm going to head back over to the dealership and carry on with what I was doing over here. I do love how many bags of food you can buy in one go. That's quite impressive right there. Now I need to get them loaded into trailers. You know, I'm starting to think it would have been a little tiny bit quicker if I had just bought a pig silo, a pig feed silo, and placed it down at the farm. Well, more than a little bit quicker, because that took quite a while. However, we have now done it. I don't even know if I've got one of those. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is actually a pig food silo that we could have bought. Seed, solid, herbicides, stuff like that. I know that there are some around. Doesn't look like I've actually got any, though. Silos. Would it be under silos? I thought it'd be under miscellaneous, actually. Yeah, there are them available, but I don't actually have any here, so it wouldn't really be an option for me unless I'd left the game and come back in again. So we did it that way. I've got that one loaded up there. This Combine has now finished, so I'm just going to spin that one round and get that one unloading. I'm not going to worry about getting the Combine back to the yard, but I will get that trailer back to the yard. So let me... Actually, you know what? Rather than driving the Combine to the tractor, let's drive the tractor to the Combine and really, you know, stretch ourselves out here and do something different. Really break the mold on this one. So I bring you round and down. I'm going to get the other food in before I go tipping in the canola so that we can see what we've got. I had $220,000. I've still got $40,000, or just a fraction under. Which is not too bad, actually. I feel that is pretty reasonable, still having $40,000 left over after leasing all of this and placing in an order for 170,000 litres of pig food to be delivered. I think that we've done pretty well, really, all things considered. The only thing that I haven't tested is whether or not the... so the dolly fits on there. It's whether or not the trailer will hook the dolly in properly. I'm hoping it will. Really, really hoping it will, or all of this will have been in vain. I think that the main issue would be the dolly not being compatible. Maybe not enough space when it comes to like tipping them, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. So I'm going to bring that trailer over to there like that, and then I'm going to unhitch and leave that one on there. It's a lot easier doing it like that rather than hooking it onto the back of the trailer and then trying to get the trailer to move. That's like really, really tricky to go and do. So we'll leave it like that, and then we will switch over to this bad boy right here. 85,000. Now it says 99%. We know it's not 99%. We know that that is actually full. I'm going to put my third wheel down onto the ground and actually use that one, but whether or not it will be... Why is that? Oh, no, wait. That one doesn't actually unfold, does it? Circulum. Oh, alternative AI. Yeah, I don't want any of that. Yeah, that wheel doesn't raise up and down on this particular vehicle. No, it doesn't. I thought that it did. Right, never mind. We're not going to worry about that. So I want to straighten you out and then back up now and get that hooked on so that I've got my road train ready and raring to go. There we go. It does actually hook on. So there I have my road train with 170,000 litres of pig food on board. I'm not going to take this up the steep hill. That's just not going to work. That is a disaster waiting to happen if I go and do that. I'm going to take this the other way, and I'm going to hope that I can get up onto the bridge, because there is the slight possibility that I won't be able to get up the short steep hill down this end and up onto the bridge, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'd be genuinely surprised if we're not able to do that, because, well, yeah, I just don't think that's going to happen. We've got it all strapped down. I was actually thinking of driving without the covers on, but no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave it like this, and we will keep the covers. We'll keep the covers on rather than taking them off. You know, I thought maybe we could see what was inside, but we won't do that. I just need to get it back to the yard. This is literally it now. This is the last little phase. If I get this big load back to the yard, we can then tip that into the pig pen. 170,000 litres of this stuff, which will at least fill up the corn section and maybe the wheat section as well. And then we've got a load of canola in storage. So that is there. We've kind of covered that base. All the other bases have all been covered. So we've kind of done everything that we wanted to do, and we are ready to move on to our new series, which, as I said before, is starting later today. You've got an extra episode coming out today, and that is going to be the brand new series. Let's just get round this corner and up here. This is the bit that could take a while. The new series will be recorded in the same style as I record all of my other content now. I won't be doing it like I've been doing it with the Boulder Canyon one, with individual episodes for each one sort of in and signed off, because it's it is extremely difficult for me to be able to keep doing this. Right, I'm not going to be able to get up that hill, am I? I'm going to need to... The only way I'm going to be able to do this is I'm going to have to unhitch, and we're going to have to hitch on again the other side. So I'm going to unhitch that back trailer there. I can take this one up the hill. There's no way we'd have gotten up the hill on the other side. This one's bad enough, just one trailer. Yeah, we would not... I wouldn't have been able to wiggle my way up this hill either. I'm not going to be able to get up the hill as it is. Am I? I might. Oh, this is brilliant. We're getting stuck on this bit. We're not going to be able to even get across the bridge. I'd like to be able to hook the trailers back together once we get on the bridge, but this is ridiculous. This truck is useless. Seriously, this truck is absolutely useless. How on earth this is why we've had to pay such a ridiculous amount for our delivery charge. Are you really not going to get up that bit there? Really, that's the bit that's going to defeat you, is that last little tiny bit of the hill? Right, after all we have been through, that's the bit that's going to defeat you. Let me go sideways over here. There's just one little bit. It absolutely does not want to go past that one little bit there, does it? It's not moving at all. I'm going to have to go and get a bigger truck. I literally cannot, like, I'm backing down this hill. Oh, this is sensational. This is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to have to try all sorts to get up this hill. It was one little bit right there. He was doing it before this. Go on, you know you can do this. He's inching along. It really is inching. This is absolutely ridiculous. He's moving. He is moving. He's kind of gripping. It's just this truck is useless. I have come to the conclusion this truck is useless. I've got to get it up this hill. This is painful, this is. Right. We can do that. So I'm going to go round this tree that's right here in order to be able to get onto the bridge. So long as I can get onto the bridge, that's fine. The rest of the journey will be without peril, without any issues. I just don't want to get stuck on that part of the bridge right there. So long as I can get through. Yes, I can. I can get round that bit. And I can get on to the bridge. Just. Okay, now, I need to go and get the other trailer. Bring that one up on here. I've got enough room to back round the side. That's good. There. Unhitch that one there. And I'm going to have to back down and go and get the other one. Let's get this straightened out first. Back down here. Go and get the other trailer and hook that one on and drag that one up. And then I want to hook them together on this bridge. That's what I'd like to do. So that I can have them on here because, yeah, I would actually like a screenshot of the two trailers together on the bridge because I think that would look quite cool. It's just whether or not I can get up this hill. We'll try having a little bit of a run up. Maybe that's going to help us this time. Maybe we can do that. So let's hook you on and back you down here into slightly more level ground. And maybe, just maybe, a little bit of a run-up. I haven't got the dolly on the back either. That should help. We're going to yo-yo ourselves down through, so we'll get a little bit of speed going down this hill. 20, 23 miles an hour. On he goes up. He's not going to get past that point, though. He's going to slow right down. So I'm going to need to bring you over like this. And go on round the tree exactly the same as I did last time. Because he's just not going to be able to get up this hill otherwise. And then I can get it onto the bridge. And we can straighten it out afterwards. Once I get up onto this bit, then we can straighten out and we can deal with it. Bring you over like that. Now you've got to go straight there. And then we can bring you up onto the bridge like this. Okay, I'm going to go kind of like that. And then hope that I can hook that one on sufficiently with that dolly. I don't want to have to go and get the tractor from the dealership in order to be able to hook these together. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be difficult to get up the hill, just a bit, but I wasn't expecting it to be that difficult. I genuinely was not expecting it to sort of work out like that. Right, I want to move it in that direction. And that I'm hoping, of course, the dolly to move over just enough. Nope, it's not going to hook it over enough. I need to get that dolly moved over that direction. So I need to move you like this. There. There we go. Right, now I want to move this way. That dolly is not quite enough, but I may... Yeah, there we go. Right, I can push that one sideways just enough to make that actually work. There! I've done it! I've actually got it on the bridge. The most rickety bridge you've ever seen, and I've got 170,000 litres of pig food on here. That is a lot of weight on here. That is a huge amount of weight. Alright, I've posed there for long enough. Let's see if we can get this one off the bridge and back home again. It should be okay, as long as I can get over this little tiny hump here right on the end. The rest of it should be fairly plain sailing. We just got to go straight back to the yard now, and it is pretty much a straight line. You know, I'm just going to go in a straight line across here. Like that. Oh, I just had a thought. Let's not do anything too crazy, because if this thing tips over, I am in serious trouble. I'm in really serious trouble if this thing tips over. I am not going to be able to deal with that. Right. Yeah, that I would that would be a bit game breaking for me if I tip this one over at this point. We don't want to do that. Let's just not. I vote that we just don't do it. Let's not do anything ridiculous and stupid like tipping the trailer over. We want to refrain from ridiculous and stupid just once. Just, you know, to do something a bit different to how we normally operate. We're not going to do ridiculous and stupid. Now, I know that the trailer on the back, the trailer on the front, it won't tip properly with another trailer on behind. What it does, the gate opens up, and then they jam the two trailers together, and they kind of flick them around a little bit. So we don't want to do that. We're going to have to open it through the small gate for the front trailer. The back trailer will be fine. It'll tip just as it is. And that way we won't have to unhitch them to do the tipping out. And I figure that's probably just the easiest way to do it. I mean, I could hitch them together, because as soon as I'm done, they can be returned. Don't need them here. Well, it really matters, because this is it. I'm not going to worry about putting in the straw or anything like that. I'm going to leave that bit for now. We've seen me putting straw in everywhere. Kind of the bit that we want to see right now is whether or not this is going to come even close to giving the pigs a decent amount of food in their pen. We can get an idea of how costly it would be to buy in pig food as well. This is a good indication of the kind of effort that is going to be involved with keeping these pigs full of food if we were to not be growing our own food. Like, it could get quite costly, and maybe this is something that we can do in the future with the new contract series. We get some pigs and we could be buying food in for them and say that that's how we'll run our pigs, only if we can buy the food. I don't know if that is even a profitable thing to do. It may not be. You know what? I'm actually thinking that the best way that I can do this right here is to go like that, unhitch that one there, then move forward a bit here so that I've got room to unload this one, and start tipping in all of the pig food. There, we've got plenty of pig food going in. Let's have a look and see what the numbers are doing. So all of them together will start to climb up. So you're not going to get 85,000 litres in any one of them. I'm hoping the corn one will eventually fill right up. But what I don't know... No, that's not even filled up, and that's only on 4,000 on there. What I don't know is, when they have filled up... Like, does it then start putting more in the other slots or not? Does it still keep sort of spreading between the other slots? I have no idea how that little bit works out. Right, we'll bring that one in there. Like that. Hopefully it's going close enough. Yes, it has. There we go. We can start tipping that one out. And have a look in here as well. So the corn section should fill right up to the brim with what we've got in there. 270,000. These other ones don't look like they're increasing very much faster, though, with the bottom ones being full. With that top one being full. I had 4,000 litres go into... No, actually they are. Now, that's interesting. That it's actually going faster into this than it was previously. If I'd gone, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to fill up with what I've got in storage, because 270,000 to fill it up, and canola-wise in here, I've got 60,000 plus about another 20,000, I think, in storage. So we wouldn't have had enough to fill it all the way up. But if the two bars, if that bar fills up, that one fills faster, and then it would all go into potatoes and sugar beet. And you don't have sort of excess just disappearing off into the void, which is quite cool. I do like that. So with what we've got in storage, we've actually given these a boost. Plus, we've now got the equivalent of 11,000 litres of potatoes in there as well with that food. I'd say that was looking pretty good. That is actually looking pretty good. The back trailer is saying that it's still got a little tiny bit of pig food in there. We know that to be a falsehood. That doesn't actually work like that. But there we go. Right. The other stuff is out in the field. I don't actually care about the other stuff being out in the field. That's going to stay there. We've done what we set out to do. That's the important thing. I've got full animal pens, and whether or not I completely filled them up with food was always kind of a little bit debatable right from the start anyway. So I've got full animal pens. That's the most important bit here. 250 sheep, a full animal pen, 400 chickens, I got a full animal pen, 300 pigs in here, and 200 cows. Everything has been filled up all the way to the brim. As far as food is concerned, those three over there, no sweat, we did that easy. This one over here was the challenge. We didn't completely fill it up. We could have if we had just stayed repeating harvests over and over, which would have led to extremely dull gameplay, and it wouldn't have been enjoyable. So that is it. We are done with Boulder Canyon. We have carved our name into the wilderness right here. Admittedly, I'm still living in a caravan, and I don't have a mansion up here, but that's fine. We're going to sell this place. Now, you can... Backstory... We can either be the same person moving to Europe, or we can be a new person in Europe. Either way, we're going to be in Europe. We're not going to have any money. Actually, I think we're going to be a new person in Europe, and we'll talk about the story there. Here, we've got this farm. We've just had a buyer for it who wants it just as it is, and we're going to sell it for about $1.5 million. Everything as is, all machinery and everything right here as it is, and we're going to go and retire. $1.5 million is enough to retire on. We've worked hard for many years here, so we're ready for retirement. Early retirement, admittedly. We're not sort of retirement age, not by a long way yet, but early retirement is not a bad thing. So that's what we're doing. We are retiring early, and that is it. So if you've enjoyed this series, or if you've enjoyed this episode, or a combination of the two, then please head down below and give us a like. That would be absolutely fantastic, and it really does help the channel every time you click like on those videos. I know I don't talk about it much, I just say it very briefly, but it does actually make a big difference. It does help a great deal. It is very useful. So if you've appreciated this series and what we've done here, then please go and give us a like. If you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me and get them to come and watch as well. And hidden in that bit of message is also a little tiny sort of subtle hint. If you could subscribe and get them to do that, that also helps. I never ask you to do that, but I'm going to do it because it's the end of the series. And that's it. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.